Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 270. My name is Jason Rippleding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferriola.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyAndSellDVC.com.
And today is April 8th, 2026, which means the 11th month window is going to be March 8th, 2027. And the 7th month window is November 8th, 2026. And we're going to start on the buy and sell side of things. And this may be sad news for some people just starting to learn about DVC. But the question was asked, when someone first discovers DVC, how long do you think it takes for them to digest all the information to either decide to become a member or decide DVC is not for them? And the choices were 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, 9 months to a year. Now,
And then more than a year.
oh, and we had more than a year.
Yeah.
So for 1 to 3 months, there wasn't a lot of votes in this, but 1 to 3 months only got 1 vote. 3 to 6 months got 8 votes. 6 to 9 months actually got 0 votes. 9 months to a year had 9 votes, the most votes, and more than a year got 4 votes. So again, if you're new to DVC, maybe that surprises you, but there's just a lot of information to absorb because it's not like for example, like anyone over 18 pretty much knows what a couch is. So if you want to buy a couch, you're trying to figure out what kind of couch you want to buy that's going to match the decor of your house, fit in the area where it's going to fit, and you can make a decision probably within a week of looking at couches, I'm guessing. Yeah. Well, with DVC, there's just way more things to absorb because the number one thing is you have to understand the rules of DVC, like how far in advance you're going to need to make reservations in order to be successful securing reservations, understanding like if you're one of those people that makes reservation, then you're constantly switching the check-in and check-out date or canceling. You can't really do that with DVC. So it does take time to absorb, and that's one of the reasons why there's renting is so popular, because while there are people that they prefer to just rent, they will rent continuously. Some people also rent while they're trying to decide if DVC is for them, because basically you're staying as a DVC member and you're staying for less than if you were renting the same thing from Disney. So, I mean, maybe I'm just going to repeat some of the stuff I just said, but DVC does require you to put in effort, so you make the best decision based on your wants and needs. And then I mentioned renting, and some will buy, resale kind of quickly, because if you buy resale, the market can shift up or down. But if you buy resale and you just, you go into it and use it for a couple of years, normally you can sell it for around what you paid for it, and you've got the vacations. And of course you can keep it and keep using it. But yeah, I mean, what's the moral of today's story? It's, if you're new to DVC, you have to, you kind of have to do your own little deep dive into DVC. Again, you start with the point charts, you start with which resort you like, again, which area, because if you want to go to Alani, if you want to go to Orlando. So you do have to put the time in. So if you're just getting exposed to DVC, be advised it may take anywhere from 6 months to a year to figure out if this product is for you or if it's simply not for you based on, how you travel.
And there's a lot to learn between, maintenance fees and use years and banking and borrowing. I know when I was becoming a DVC member, back in the day, they used to have, you could order the DVDs from Disney and learn about DVC. So I have a bunch of those back from like the early 2000s when I was looking into it. And there is a lot to absorb. And, the more you learn about it, the better you're going to be. You'll probably learn that resale is probably the way to go. You can save a ton of money. You need to learn about, as Jay said, all the different, not even just all stuff, just the basic stuff, the different resorts, which one feels like a home to you. And then you have to sit there and make sure they've got the rooms that match up for you and your family, and the points are worth it. And the maintenance fees, is it worth it, or that one's too high? Let's switch to our second choice. There's lots of things to consider. It's not something just go drive to a car lot, say that one's pretty, and you buy it. There's a lot of things you really need to learn about DVC before you can sit there and say, this is right for my family, because this is depends on what resort you buy, a 30, 40, 50 year, contract that you have.
And now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
Again, I've been really busy with the brand new house stuff. So I've got Debbie helping out here with the food review. She wrote, if you are a coffee lover, personally, I am not, then this one is for you. I am. So I quickly grabbed the espresso croissant. This looks ridiculous, by the way. The espresso croissant, when I saw it available in the bakery case at Riverside Mill Food Resort inside Port Orleans Riverside. So not a DVC resort. She's a DVC member. She's staying in the moderates for this one. The croissant has espresso filling and a coffee drizzle on top. This thing is huge. She showed it. It's like this big. I mean, it's gigantic. So let me see. This thing was huge. It had some major weight to it when you went to pick it up. That gave an indication that there was likely a lot of filling inside. So to avoid the huge mess, I used a fork and knife to dig into it. I was right. This filling was overloaded inside. The coffee filling was so creamy that it just hit with the right hint of espresso added to it. Can't talk today. I didn't feel like the coffee filling was overpowering at all. The croissant was extremely flaky. So if you do try to bite into it, be prepared. It will be messy. I also love the coffee flavored icing drizzle on top, but wasn't really a fan of the espresso powder that is also on the side. For me personally, it was a bit heavy. There is no way I could eat this all at once. It really is large and sweet. It comes nicely packaged, so you can easily save it for later. I think they know you will, LOL. If you are not a coffee lover, then you may want to stay away. Overall, I loved it. I think it was well worth the $6.49 price tag. I am getting this one again and give it a 9.5.
Wow, that's
Debbie
a high rate.
really, really love this one. She showed him, I don't think there's gonna be a picture of it, but she showed it cut in half, and like the whole thing was just filled inside with this cream. So it looked wonderful until I heard that it was espresso flavored. I was hoping it was a pistachio or vanilla or something like that inside this croissant, but coffee flavored. I may still have to try it at some point anyway. I'll fight through it.
And it was something you definitely have to take a knife and fork to?
She said so. She said it's really, really big and messy, and definitely did fork and knife for this one.
Nice.
Yep.
And now we're on to DVC-Rental.
So for the first time in years, Bay Lake Tower and Contemporary are undergoing simultaneous major refurbishments that directly affect the monorail loop lifestyle guests pay a premium for. So the Skyway Bridge is going to be closed from March 30th to May 1st. That's the elevated bridge that connects Bay Lake Tower to the Contemporary. So it's going to be closed Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So guests are not going to be able to use the indoor shortcut to go between the two resorts. So you'll have to go down to ground level, walk outside, possibly in the Florida heat/rain, and then re-enter in the main tower. So with families with strollers or groceries, this could possibly be a small bit of an issue. The Bay Cove pool closure. So there is the exclusive DVC pool at Bay Lake Tower. And that's also going to include the Cove Bar in the water play area as well. That's going to be closed late. That's late January. That's opening. It says early May 2026. So hopefully that should be opening sometime soon. But that's still going on as well. And the exterior, there's going to be some maintenance and some view hazards. So it's going to be they'll be doing some of the outside of the resort. They're going to be doing the exterior elevator landing repairs. Again, that's running through late May. So you may see some scaffolding. You may see some workers on the exterior. You could possibly hear some grinding and drilling during the day as well. Typically, Disney doesn't do this at night or in the early mornings because they don't want to bother anybody. And Disney tries their best to not inconvenience the people who are staying there as much as they can. But a lot of these things are necessary for the resorts to keep up having a high quality experience for their guests. So stuff has to be redone, but a lot of this stuff is going to be done probably early May. So this is going on right now, going to be going through early May, and then hopefully should be finishing up sometime shortly. We'll say maybe in the next month or so.
So the elevator bridge is open on the weekend?
That's what it says here. It says that it's opened on the weekends and I guess at nighttime. I guess during the day they're doing some renovations on it and then they're going to open it back up. Again, I don't know. That's what it said online.
Interesting.
Yep.
So if he had a vest that made it look like a worker, maybe you can Make it through there during the day.
Possibly sneaking little vests on your little 4-year-old. You just walk through there like you belong. Just act like you belong, and nobody will question it that your kid in the stroller is wearing a vest and a fake mustache.
Take a tape measure.
Got a little hard hat, vest, and a little fake mustache on, and you can push little Timmy right through the construction area. He'll be fine.
That sounds brutal, though. I don't remember the elevator bridge being closed before.
I don't know either. It has not happened in a long time. So I guess it's a more major refurbishment that they're working on right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, we will see you next week.
Thank you for watching. Again, leave some comments for us. We always love seeing your comments, and we appreciate all of you.